Hey there, YouTube family. Aaron Rath here from Rat's Tesla. I wanted to drop a quick video today and kind of talk a couple software type items. I know we're all anxiously awaiting the holiday update that Elon has told us is coming. And if you look at a few pages, it has rolled out to a few people. So we're going to talk software numbers and some release type items. So thanks for watching Rat's Tesla. All right, so on today's episode, or today's show, I should say, not really an episode. On today's show, I want to talk about some confusion that I have seen in some Facebook groups and kind of help fix some of that. So I'm up here, I'm going to put some numbers as I talk about them, and we'll kind of break it down a little bit. So when you look at software releases, and as we look at the one that just rolled out to non-beta testers, it's listed as 2021.44.6, and I'll put that right here on how that's broken down. And the confusion comes from the holiday update is supposed to be 2021.44.25. So here's where that comes from. Here's where those numbers come from. So the first number is rather obvious, right? The 2021 is the year that it's rolled out. So 2021.44, the next number is the week that it's rolled out. And it doesn't necessarily mean it's rolled out to all consumers. It means when it's put into a build. So the year and the week that the build is created are the first two numbers. So 2021.44 means that that build was created in the year 2021 and the 44th week. And what I want first off to, before I get any farther along, I want people to understand that when you see the periods in there, those are not what we think of and our brain goes to as decimal points. Those are not decimal points. Those are separators. That's all they are, is separators to be able to lay out the software version number. So that 2021 dot separator, you could put a slash in there, you can put a dash in there, you can put whatever you want in there, but that dot is a separator. So 2021.44 means that build was built in the 44th week of the year 2021. Then you have another dot or a separator, and we have 6 out there. So that's the rev number of software. So 2021, and that's the rev in that week. So that means in that week, that was the 6th rev of software that was built to go to the consumer. So 2021.44.6 is the one that was just downloaded. Now, what's confusing people is that the next one is 2021.44.25. Well, in our brains, we think .6 is greater than .25. But you can't think of it like that because it's not. It's not 6 as in 6/10 as in 0.6. It's 6 as in the 6th rev. And now we're going to the 25th rev. So 25 is greater. So 25 is after 6. So 2021.44.25 will be the Christmas rev. And from what I've seen on the on Teslafy, the 2021.44.5.5 is the beta version of it that should include 10.8 and the Christmas build, the Christmas build. So if we look at some software notes, and we look at notes, and I'm going to kind of put some of them up there so that a lot of people are going, I got 2021.44.6 and it didn't include the holiday updates. Nope, it shouldn't. The holiday updates are .25. So .6 includes the driver door unlock mode, meaning you can unlock only the driver door when approaching the vehicle, and that has to be set up in the controls. It also includes driver profiles, which allows each driver to have a separate work and home address in there. I don't understand the home address. you'd think they'd all be the same, but I do understand the work, everybody wanting their own work address. It also has vehicle sync. It's a beta, allowing the driver profile settings such as seat, mirror, steering wheel positions. Car can now synchronize across multiple vehicles. So if you have two Teslas on the same Tesla account, your settings will be the same across both of those accounts. That's in beta. Rear cabin climate. This is a Model X and Model S. It allows those to adjust the rear cabin climate for those. Auto park now identifies perpendicular spots using the painted markings and road edges, which is a big update because in the past it had to park between two cars. Now it'll use the lines. Rear seatbelt reminder is an update across all of them. This reminder is enabled. If the seat has a child seat, you can tap that to mute it and turn it off for the rest of the trip. But as of right now, you can't identify that as a child seat. So every time you get in, you're going to have to mute that seat belt. But if you have the seat belt used to strap that in, it should turn that off. And then supercharging improvements is done worldwide. And then cabin camera for Model X and Model S has now been turned on for those cars that have the cabin camera. And then detect uneven tire wear. This is kind of cool. Wasn't documented in the notes, but it is there. It'll report you whether your tire wears are uneven, whether the PSI is off or something like that, and it'll change that. So and then the seat and steering column calibration. You can do that calibration for that. So that's the 2021.44.6. The one that everybody's waiting on, and we've seen it, is the 2021.44.25. This is the one that is our holiday update that was supposed to start rolling on Tuesday, the 21st. Teslafy has it going to one person, but remember, Teslafy you have to pay for. So if not all the people that have gotten it are registered on Teslafy, it's not going to register there. So in this update, you're going to see the light show, which is really cool. I'll put a video here and I'll put a link to it down below. It's really cool. That'll be across all models. The customizable app launcher, I really like this. Although I think this is going to cause a lot of people to have to learn how to use their Tesla screen again, I think it's really cool. You can hold an icon and put it down below. You can adjust the way the UI looks. This is what a lot of people have called UI 11, version 11 down the road, but obviously it's still going to be under 10. Simplified controls for the 3 and the Y. This is just changing the way you can get to windshield wipers, charging controls, trip odometer information, and tire pressure in one spot. Other one that's coming up is the blind spot camera. This one's pretty cool. You can enable it in controls. When you turn your blinker on, it'll put your camera from that side on your screen. So it gets rid of the blind spot. It shows you what's in the blind spot. I really like that one. Edit waypoints. This is kind of cool. If you're on the beta version of the software right now, you don't have the waypoints yet, or some of you may. I don't have it. I'm stuck on the 10.5 software, so I don't have waypoints. But this allows you to edit the waypoints. Tesla listened. It used to be you'd have to put the waypoints in reverse order so that it would stop you in those orders. In this version, this allows you to change the order, reorder the waypoints, which is cool. Also adds TikTok to theater. If you're a teenager, this is good for you. I know my kids were happy to hear that TikTok's being added, but TikTok's being added. Sonic the Hedgehog is being added to the games on all 4 versions of the car. That's awesome. I love Sonic the Hedgehog. That's going to make stopping at a supercharger a lot of fun. And I'm going to have to get controllers now. I don't have controllers. Look for that video coming in the future on what controllers I finally settle on. Battle of Polytopia was a single player game. It's now a multiplayer, so you can play it in multiplayer mode. Add Sudoku to the screen. That's kind of cool. And then some cold weather improvements. One of them being that you can adjust your heat your seat heaters to adjust to the climate control temperature. That's kind of cool. You can manage your dash cam clips, delete all of them, or look at them simply by going into safety and going there. You can now change to a dark themed display without having it going automatically. I don't know why you would like that. I mean, some people like the dark display, but I've noticed if in my car, if it goes dark too early, it's harder to see some things. You can hide the map details, and this is on the website, on the notes, notatteslaapp.com has this released on December 21. So those are the two updates that are near future. As I said, the 10.8 is supposed to be rolled out with this 2021.44.25 on okay. So let me break this down for you. There are going to be two updates from what I understand and what I see coming in the next couple of days. If you're on a beta version, meaning you have FSD Beta, you could go from 8.8, so 2021, if I look at mine ends in 8.8. I think I'm going to, mine's 36.8.8. Mine's going to go to 2021.44.5.5. That will be the new holiday update with the 10.8 beta software. If you are not on the FSD beta, you need to be at 2021.44.6. That is the precursor to 2021.44.25, which will be your holiday update. So if you don't have 2021.44.6 yet, don't cancel it or pause it when it comes, because you need that, from what I've read, to get to the holiday update. So that's the way these software updates work. I hope my little education and rambling in there in the middle was helpful to show you how the software updates are laid out and how the numbering works. I hope that was helpful. I come from a software background, so I understood that, but I've seen a lot of notes and a lot of comments on Facebook where people do not understand that. So I hope you understood that. If you like this video today, please drop a subscribe down below and hit the bell button. I've noticed that a lot of people that watch my videos are not subscribers, so I need to bring that number up. So if you like this video, hit subscribe. We got some good content coming up in the near future. I got some reviews coming. I have some vendors reaching out to me, so we'll start doing some reviews there. So please follow or subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get notified when our next video is uploaded. Drop a comment below if you still have questions about how software updates work. Drop a question below, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. But thanks. Hopefully we'll get this holiday update soon, and it'll start rolling out tonight or very, very soon. And once you get it, enjoy it. And as always, go out, drive your car, and be safe.